The call of Abram. The Lord had said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all peoples on the earth will be blessed through you." So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated, and the people they had acquired in Haran. And they set out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there. Abram traveled through the land as far as the site of great trees of Moreh and Shechem. At that time, the Canaanites were in the land. The Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your offspring I will give the land." So he built an altar there to the Lord who had appeared to him. From there he went on toward the hills east of Bethel and pitched his tent, with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to the Lord and called on the name of the Lord. Then Abram set out and continued toward to Negev. Now Abram in Egypt. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while because the famine was severe. As he went about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "I know what a beautiful woman you are. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' Then they will kill me, but will let you live. Say you are my sister, so that I will be treated well for your sake, and the wife will be spared because of you." When Abram came to Egypt, the Egyptians saw that Sarai was a very beautiful woman. And when Pharaoh's officials saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh, and she was taken into his palace. He treated Abram well for her sake, and Abram acquired sheep and cattle, male and female donkeys, male and female servants, and camel. But the Lord inflicted serious disease on Pharaoh and his household because of Abram's wife Sarai. So Pharaoh summoned Abram. "What have you done to me?" he said, "Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say, 'She is my sister,' so that I took her to be my wife? Now then, here is your wife. Take her and go." Then Pharaoh gave orders, and Abram to his men, and they sent him on his way, with his wife and everything he had. Abram and Lot separated. Abram and Lot separated. So Abram went up. So Abram went up from Egypt to the Negev with his wife and everything he had, and Lot went with him. Abram had become very wealthy in livestock, and his silver and gold. From the Negev, he went from palace to palace until he came to Bethel, to the palace between Bethel and Ai, where his tent had been earlier, and where he had first built an altar. There Abram called on the name of the Lord. Now Lot, who was moving about with Abram, also had flocks and herd and tent. But the land could not support them while they stayed together, for their possessions were too great that they were not able to stay together, and quarreling arose between Abram's herders and Lot's. The Canaanites and Perizzites were also living in the land at the time. So Abram said to Lot, "Let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herders and mine, for we are close relatives. Is not the whole land before you? Let's part company. If you go to the left, I will go to the right. If you go to right, I will go to the left." Lot looked around and saw that the whole plain, the Jordan, toward Jordan, was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan, and set out toward the east. Set two men parted company. Abraham living in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched his tent near Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. The Lord said to Abram, after Lot had parted from him, "Lot, look around from where you are, to the north and south, to the east and west. All the land that you see, I will give you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if any more could count the dust, then your offspring could be counted, who works through the ranks and breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you. So Abraham went to near the great tree of the Mamre at Hebron, where he pitched his tent. There he built an altar to the Lord. Abraham rescued Lot. At the time when Amraphel was king of Shinar, Arioch king of Elasa, Kedorlaomer king of Aram, and Tidal king of Gorim. This king went to war against Bera king of Sodom, Birja king of Gomorrah, Sinab king of Edma, Shimber king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela. This is Jorah. All the latter kings joined the force in the valley of Siddim. This is the Dead Sea Valley. For 12 years, they had been subject to Kedorlaomer, but in its 13th year, they rebelled. In the 4th year, Kedorlaomer and the king's allies with him went out and defeated the Rephites in Eshtaroth Karnaim, the Judahites in Ham, the Amalekites in Sheb Kiriathaim, and the Horites in the hill country of Seir, as far as El-Paran near the desert, and they turned back and went to En-Mishpat. This is Kadesh. And they conquered and the whole territory of the Amalekites, and as well as the Amorites who were living in Hezron Tamara. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Joborim, and the king of Bela, this is Jorah, marched out and drew up their battle line in the valley of Siddim against Kedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tidal, king of Gorim, Araphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasa, for king against 5. Now the valley of Sim was full of tar pit, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah failed, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fell to the hills. The 4 kings seized all the good of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food. And then they went away. They also carried off Abram, nephew, Lot, and his possessions, since he living in Sodom. A man who had escaped came and reported this to Abram the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre, the Amorite, the brother of Eshcol and Aner, and whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative has been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men upon his household and went in pursuit as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack men, and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hoban, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions, together with woman and the other people. After Abraham returned from defeating Kedorlaomer, and the kings arrived with him, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in Valley of Shebe. This is King's Valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. And he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Thus Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, With raised hands I have sworn an oath of the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or the strap of the sandal. So then you will never be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten and share that belongs to the man who went with me to honor Eshcol and Mamre. Let them have their share.